Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Natalie Schlute. I am your psychic success coach, here to help you on your life journey to manifest everything that you desire, to develop your intuition and live a really good life. That's really what this is all about. Today's episode is specifically about soulmates. Now, in my previous episode, I talked a little bit about the difference between soulmates and twin flame soulmates. But today, this is actually going to be specifically about those twin soulmate relationships that everyone's really looking for. Or maybe not. Maybe not everyone is looking for it. But if you're looking for that idea of the one and only, the person that you're really meant to be with, your other half, where you feel like you're super, super connected, this is where the magic happens. I'm going to be giving you the top 5 signs that you have met your twin flame soulmate. Now, in Hollywood, there's always those movies where all of a sudden, they run into each other at the farmer's market and sparks fly, and it's this really cute, kind of what they call the meet cute section of the movie. That's kind of what it's like when you meet your soulmate, when you meet your twin flame soulmate. Keep in mind, a soulmate is just someone that you reincarnate with multiple times. We have soul groups that we like to come in together with. If you have a twin soulmate, that's really your deeply close connected friends, the people that are with you long term, that help you through really big chapters of your life. But everyone that you're interacting with is technically a soul mate. So your parents, your family, your friends. And what people think of when they're saying the word soulmate is typically a twin flame soulmate. And that's like your other half, that other person who kind of completes you. They are someone that you have reincarnated with time and time again. You've actually had multiple lifetimes with that person with very deep connections, and you're here to do a lot of soul work together. Keep in mind, not everyone experiences a twin flame soulmate in every single lifetime. Many of us are meant for serial monogamous relationships where we learn and grow and expand from every long-term relationship that you have. But some of us are very lucky to experience what a twin flame soulmate is like, and I'm here to just give you an idea of what it feels like and what that experience is like when you do meet your twin flame soulmate. And I'll even tell you a little bit about my experience when I met my husband. All the sparks, all the glitter, and the angels singing for us at that moment. It was really one of those stories where it really was magical. Or at least it felt magical to me when I met him. Sign number 1 that you have met your twin flame soulmate. Often there's some sort of intuitive nudge, or in my case, it was a big nudge, of going somewhere to a certain spot, to a certain location, to a certain meeting in order to meet your twin flame soulmate. So this could be something like, someone was really pushing you to go to a party that you didn't really feel like going to that night, but you went anyway and you happened to meet them. Or for some reason you decided to go to a different coffee shop one day than you normally go to, and all of a sudden you run into your twin flame soulmate there. It's these moments where you just have this intuitive nudge, where you feel like you're meant to be somewhere at a certain time, and that's how you end up meeting that twin flame soulmate. For me, it was actually a big nudge. I had a friend that kept pushing me to go to this chiropractor, and I was like, I don't trust chiropractors, I'd had some that didn't adjust me very well in the past, but she kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And then after a month or two, I'm like, finally, okay, I will go. I'll do it. And then in walks my husband, and there were sparkles and glitter and aura. And it was one of those moments where I was like, wow, this guy has a lot of light and a lot of magic in him. And actually, that leads us to sign number 2. Often when you meet your twin flame soulmate, there is going to be an aura around them. For me, it was as if the clouds literally parted and sun was just shining down the moment he walked in the door. It was like this instant feeling and sensation where I was so overwhelmed by his presence, by his energy, his vibration. It was like I felt a little disoriented. So twin flame soulmates, when you meet them for the first time, it may be that kind of experience where you're almost like you feel a little dizzy, a little woozy, like you're in this time-space reality warp, because all of a sudden your soul is reconnecting with a soul that you have connected with in many different lifetimes. Someone that this energy that kind of completes you or fulfills you or lights you up in a different way. it's going to feel very different. I almost didn't see him or his face or who he was because the light coming off of him just kind of overwhelmed me. So that's sign number 2 that you have met your twin flame soulmate. Sign number 3 is that you feel as if you've known this person for a really long time. Often when you're connected with that twin flame soulmate, there's so many things in common. You have deep connections, deep interests. When you talk, things just flow. It's as if you've had many lifetimes or you've known them for a really long time. There's just something about them that you can almost not even put into words. There's just this deeper connection that is timeless, right? It's this soul connection where it feels as if they've been side by side with you for many years and many lifetimes. Sign number 4 that you've met your twin flame soulmate is that this relationship tends to feel very easy. Things flow. When you're together, often you don't even feel like you have to explain yourself because you tend to think a lot of the same things most of the time. You're on the same page with a lot of subjects, with your lifestyle, with, different views on different aspects of life. There's not a lot of bumps in the road. It's a very smooth relationship for the most part. Long-term, understand that when you're in a twin flame soulmate relationship, you're not meant to just have a smooth ride with never having an argument, never going through any challenges, because if that was the case, then we wouldn't be experiencing the human lifetime. We are here to go through challenges in this physical, earthly world. We're here to experience things, to overcome things, to grow and progress based off of the challenges that we experience. And so when you're in a twin flame soulmate relationship, you are going to have challenges, just like any other couple. But overall, on the day-to-day, there's not a lot of bickering. There's not a lot of disagreement. There's not a lot of difference of points of views. You may have some points of views that are different on certain subjects, but the day-to-day is actually fairly easy. You may have some karmic contracts where there are some big obstacles that you're actually meant to work through throughout your relationship and throughout your lifetime that you are together, however many, decades that ends up being. So just know that twin flame soulmate relationship does not mean perfect, easy, sunshine and roses. Although it may feel like that a lot of the time, there are big things that you're meant to work through together and grow together with. And then the 5th sign that you have met your twin flame soulmate is that overall, as time passes in the relationship, things don't really get stale. You may have moments where you kind of get into your daily grind, but when you see them, when you're with them, for the most part, it's as if you're still in that honeymoon phase. Not 100% honeymoon phase, but there's still a spark, there's still an excitement, there's still a love there. Things don't really dim out the way some of the other, karmic relationships do over your lifetime. There's a newness, there's a freshness. You're always finding new things to experience with each other. Life is like an adventure, and you're so excited to share each of these different daily moments and different milestones in your relationship together, because they are the person that you love doing everything with. You love sharing things with them. And with that comes this newness, this freshness, this love and acceptance that's a little bit of a sparkle. Other relationships that may not be twin flame soulmate relationships sometimes dull out over time. You've learned what you were meant to learn from them. You grew in the ways that you were meant to grow, and sometimes people grow apart. But when it comes to soulmate twin flame relationships, they don't grow apart in the same way. There may be, milestones and moments where it feels as if there's a slight separation, but that might just be a challenge for them to both work on their soul contract to actually become better for each other, to elevate their communication, to elevate their healing, to elevate how to be more strongly connected. So I highly recommend, if you have experienced a twin flame soulmate relationship and you're feeling some sort of challenges, do your best to work through those challenges. Because if both of you are willing to work on the relationship, it is meant to continue moving forward. It is meant to last longer. When it's not a twin flame soulmate relationship, that is often when one person wants the relationship to continue to evolve. One person is really willing to work on it and the other person isn't. And so if someone in the relationship is not willing to put the effort in to learn, to grow, to go through therapy, and to do the things that need to do in order to heal the relationship, then most likely that is not a twin flame soulmate relationship. It is a soulmate relationship. It is a relationship that was meant to be here, but is not necessarily one that was meant to last an entire lifetime. And that's perfectly okay. So I hope this gave you some insights in what it's like to experience a soulmate twin flame relationship, that first meeting, and then also as it evolves over time so that you grow together, level up together, and experience things in a really beautiful way. Relationships are an adventure, life is an adventure, and it is really fun when you have someone there that you can share that with. If you love this episode, be sure to give it a like. Also, subscribe and then hit that bell so that you get notified every time I have new episodes for you. In the upcoming episodes, it's more about soulmate relationships, how to attract your soulmate, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. So thank you so much for joining me. If you absolutely loved this episode, be sure to check out these episodes over here because I think you're also really gonna love these episodes. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.